Eagles look to extend their winning streak and remain unbeaten in Mountain Conference play. The obstacle staring them right in the face mask, the Warriors of Montbello seeking themselves to get back on the winning track. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to High School Football on Channel 8. I'm Bill Rogan. Normally, I introduce Justin Adams as former CU tight end, which is true, but he's also a former Montbello tight end, so he gets to see his former school in action tonight. Unfortunately for Montbello, though, A.J. Thompson, their quarterback, will not play. He has a concussion.
And Coach Trahan said it perfectly. A.J. Thompson means everything to this team. He could run, he could throw, but don't fret. What Montbello will do is they will put out another player in quarterback Jonte Gadsden. Number one, he hasn't started the game since he was a freshman. He's a senior now, but Coach Trahan said that he could run this offense effectively. They won't throw the ball deep, but they will try to control the clock and have a lot of short passes. So look for Montbello to do that today.
Coach Trahan said if they have the ball, Broomfield doesn't. Makes a lot of sense. Broomfield will control the ball with Noah Tripp, who's having an outstanding senior season.
8 touchdowns on the season, 2 against Stanley Lake last week in the upset victory. Huge for him, and he's doing a great job. Coach Davies says that he is the most improved player on this team. Excited to see what Noah Tripp will do today.
One guy Broomfield will miss is DJ Zissimos, their linebacker. Outstanding player. He has a broken leg.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what happened there, again, in the game against Stanley Lake, he was injured, led the team in tackles, and we're talking about Broomfield here. So it's just a next man up philosophy, and that's what Coach Davies preaches. So we'll just see the guy who steps in, see how they do.
Last year, Broomfield and Montbello met for the first time ever. Broomfield with a 31-22 win. What kind of game do you anticipate tonight, Justin?
Close game, just like last year. I won't give a prediction who wins. Now, I got to be an unbiased journalist here, but I will tell you this. You will see some exciting football, and I'm excited to see it later on tonight.
You're not going to be rooting for Montbello, are you?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Anyway, we'll be back in a moment with the starting lineups and the opening kickoff. It's Broomfield hosting Montbello on Channel 8. And the opening kickoff, it's controlled by Broomfield, and a good return by Dante Panicucci out to the 50-yard line. We'll see where they spot it, and Broomfield in business to start this game. Montbello comes in 5-2. They've lost their last 2 games, however, to Stanley Lake and Monarch. They're 0-2 in conference play. Broomfield, after an 0-2 start, they've won 4 in a row, including last week at Stanley Lake, 27-23. We'll set the offense after this play as senior quarterback Alec McLean, 6'4", 190, is in the shotgun formation. And a pass right away. Downfield, it is complete for a first down. Connection with Michael Riston, the senior. And a big play for Broomfield. Their offense, Alec McLean is the quarterback. The fullback is Zach Stodden. Tailback Noah Tripp. The wideout, Simeon Combs and Dante Panicucci. Michael Riston is the tight end who just caught that pass. The tackles, Alex Gutierrez and Christian Testerman. The guards, Michael Horner and Cooper Gardner. The setter is Ty Leonard. We'll get the Montbello defense after this play. 1st and 10, Broomfield at the Montbello 36-yard line. Tripp weaves through traffic. Still on his feet. Noah Tripp down to the 11-yard line. Good heavens, a terrific start for Broomfield. Defensively, for Montbello, the defensive ends are Malik Bishop and Bakari Turner. The tackles, Alex Palomino and Dion Ham. The linebackers, Anthony Morales, Jarrell Nettles, and Giovanni Torres. The corners, Kerry Jones and Keith Williams. The free safety, Markel Jones, and the strong safety, Dakari Lawrence.
Couldn't ask for a better start if you're Broomfield. Starting at the 50-yard line, now 2 plays, you're now in goal-to-goal situation.
Tripp, not much that time. Good penetration by Anthony Morales, the senior. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9, gain of 1. The previous play, a 25-yard gain by Noah Tripp.
Nothing too crazy on that run, just a simple run to the outside, great blocking in. Tripp kept his legs moving. He was actually tackled around the 20-yard line, but kept his legs moving to get the extra yardage.
Tripp is just 12 yards shy of 600 on the season. McLean calling signals. Broomfield in blue with the silver helmets and pants. And Tripp in for the score. Noah Tripp, a 10-yard jaunt, and Broomfield strikes early, 6-0 Eagles.
Just a simple run up the middle, and I can hear the coaches from Montbello and their side over here in the press box, and they thought they had the play sniffed out. It was just a simple draw play, but Noah Tripp split the defensive tackles and got himself into the end zone.
Travis Freese will attempt the extra point out of the hold from Logan McCormick. Good snap, hold, and the kick is good. So a 4-play drive covering 1:32 seconds, and Broomfield has a 7-0 lead on the Warriors from Montbello High School. Warriors in the white helmets, white jerseys, and black pants.
Yeah, let's take a look again at that last play. You can see the two defensive tackles just come right through the line, but again, Noah Tripp keeping his head up. And you know, right there, you got to wrap up. You just can't lay a shoulder to Noah Tripp there. You got to go wrap up and tackle him. Quick drive there for Broomfield is exactly what the doctor ordered. Now let's see how Montbello responds. They don't have their best quarterback, so we'll see what they could do with Jonte Gadsden at quarterback.
Justin Ham will kick off. And it's a high end-over-end kick. Gadsden at the 6-yard line. To the 20. And he pushes out to the 25-yard line. And that's where the Warriors will take over. Jonte Gadsden is the quarterback. The fullback is Jalen Martin. Jarrell Nettles is the halfback. The wide receivers, Markel Jones and Giovanni Torres, as well as Josiah Sales. And up front, the tackles, Keyshawn Riggins and Austin Gonzalez. Dion Ham and Naturel Nettles are the guards. And Jorge Zarate.
Spread offense here, BR. Center. You'll see a lot of this throughout the day.
And the lefty slings it complete. And a good pickup for Montbello. They get 14 yards as Markel Jones on the reception. Head coach John Trahan said that he doesn't throw the deep ball very well, not as well certainly as A.J. Thompson, who's out with injury, but he has football savvy and he's very good at the short passing game.
And especially if Broomfield's going to give you that pass, why not take it?
And Nettles gets about 2 yards before he is brought down. In on the tackle for Broomfield was Matt Hawkins, the senior. Jonte Gadsden, 5'4", 135. Here's the Broomfield defense.
Yeah, there you go.
Riston, Witzel, Gardner, Harris up front. Dome, Alvarado, and Hawkins are the backers. Alvarado is replacing Zissimos. 2nd down and 8. And the pass incomplete, intended for Jalon Martin. That'll bring up a 3rd and long. The corners for Broomfield, Kyle Tacarante and Riley Darris. And the strong safety, Luke Minch. Safety is Kyle Holbrook. 9:20 first quarter, and a 3rd and 8 at the Broomfield 42-yard line for Montbello.
This is where things get dicey for Coach Trahan. You don't have your quarterback in Thompson who could throw the deep ball. What are you going to do with intermediate passes, especially in 3rd and long?
And it will be Nettles. Nettles barreling his way forward, and he's got the 1st down at the 50-yard line. Poor tackling by Broomfield. And big number 34, Jarrell Nettles, 5'10", 246 pounds.
And that's the point I was going to make, Bill. You might say poor tackling. I say that's just a big man with the football. He's only a sophomore, already at 246 pounds. Amazing player there. Interesting to see how he will work on the Broomfield defense throughout the day.
And a keeper, Gadsden, showing that speed to the outside. And he gets knocked down at the Broomfield 45-yard line. McCormick on the tackle. Real quick, Justin, I mispronounced the setter's name. Jorge Zarate.
Okay.
Not Zarate.
Okay.
Which rhymes with karate.
Right.
It's Zarate.
Zarate, there you go.
I feel better now, and I'm sure that Jorge does as well. 2nd and 5. Warriors football. Broomfield 45-yard line.
Let's look at this offense, huh?
And to give up the middle. Good surge by the offensive line, and close to a first down but short is Jalon Martin. That'll bring up a very reasonable third down. Call it 3rd and a long 2. Even though it's very early, 4-down territory?
Not yet. Not yet. It's not to, you always want to pin the team in. It's tough though, Bill. I have to take a look back. You got a guy who's 246 pounds back there, especially if it's 4th and 1. Why not go after it?
And there's Nettles. It is a wrecking ball. Gets it down to the 36-yard line. First down, Warriors.
It's interesting. Coach Trahan said earlier, and had a chance to speak to him last night, he was saying 5 yards in a cloud of dust. He'll be happy with that. I can see why. When you have a kid who's 200, almost 250 in the backfield, the way that Nettles is running the ball, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves this game with at least 30 carries.
He's a junior, number 34. Keep your eye on him. Jonte Gadsden making his first start at quarterback since a freshman. And here's the give to Martin. He gets down to the 25-yard line. He takes a shot from McIninch. And it looks like a first down, and it is for Broomfield.
Simply put, Bill, that's just a jet sweep. What you do on that play is you just want to get the team moving. And if Montbello hurries up and snaps the ball, they had the wide receiver open on the far side of the field.
11th play of the drive. Nettles up the middle. Nettles refuses to go down. They're having a team meeting on Nettles' body, but he picks up 2 yards, maybe the hardest 2 yards I've ever seen.
Bill, when it's cold like the way that it is today, and we did give out the weather, as I was driving up here, it's about 45 degrees. It has to be colder than that. But all that pounds, all that hard hitting will wear on your body after a while. I mean, it stings when you get hit.
2nd down and 8, ball inside the 25-yard line. Keeper, Gadsden up the middle. And he gets down to the 15-yard line, close to a first down. Before he's brought down on the play, Ty Leonard on the tackle. And it is a first down. That's the 5th first down of the drive, and just what John Trahan wanted, long sustained drives. They've attempted just 1 pass, and that was incomplete.
But they attempted a pass out of this formation, Bill. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bubble screen here.
Trips left. And it's complete to Jones. Jones inside the 10-yard line as he's tackled. Among the tacklers, Kyle Holbrook. Nice little play for first down. Gain of about 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball is on the Broomfield 8-yard line.
The biggest thing Coach Trahan wants to do is to have positive yardage. It doesn't matter how, just to get positive yardage.
Some misdirection. Left side, touchdown, Giovanni Torres. So Montbello answers.
Nothing but a simple cross-buck play, Bill. I used to run this play in Montbello as a peewee out there. What you do is you send one guy to the right from the left side of the formation. Then you give it to the other guy going the opposite direction. It's a cross-buck play. You have your linebackers confused, and then you have a wide open seam there for the end zone, for the touchdown.
Victor Caldera's extra point is good. And with 5:58 to go in the first quarter, it's Montbello 7, Broomfield 7. That was a 13-play, 75-yard drive, 6 first downs, taking 6:24 off the clock.
Definitely. And let's take a look again at this last play. As you see, just a simple pull play. Great blocking there by Montbello, but again, Torres just with the desire to get himself into that end zone. Impressive drive there for Montbello. Let's be honest, on the road, they were blown out last week by Monarch. It would have been very convenient, very easy for these kids to say, you know what, after getting hit in the mouth, we could just give up. But they stood up to the challenge that Broomfield posed to them after the first drive, tied up this ball game. Let's see what they can do on this second drive, see if their defense can stand up.
And Nettles was the key player in that drive. Nettles with 4 carries, 17 yards. So Caldera to boot it away.
Better kickoff.
Line drive kick. It's taken at the 7-yard line by Broomfield. And going down at the 27-yard line. Not sure who that was. Was it Stodden on the return? Couldn't tell from the number. It's funny, before the game, on the field with Gary Davies, now in his 26th year at Broomfield.
Unbelievable, huh?
I think he knows what he's doing.
He's an institution, just keeps going.
I said to Gary, hey, Montbello has really nice uniforms. Kind of nodded. I said, I can read the numbers. And he said, I know what you're getting at. Yes, Gary, I'm getting at the fact that your team's numbers are hard to read. But there's Noah Tripp. He's hard to read for the Montbello defense. A 15-yard scamper, first down Broomfield, out to the 44-yard line. And Justin, it's early, but we may have ourselves an offensive showcase tonight.
Usually we have a shootout through the air. Today it will be through the ground. Unbelievable what both teams are doing so far with their rushing attacks.
Noah Tripp, 4 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. Well, if I'm Montbello's defensive coordinator, Al Burrell, I'm thinking, you know, maybe we should keep an eye on that number 11 kid.
That'd be a great idea, but again, you don't want to leave guys like Michael Riston open to tight end.
Stodden, the fullback, straight up the middle. And Stodden upended after a 16-yard gain. Tackled by Markel Jones. And it's another Broomfield first down.
It's not that the guys aren't there for on the Montbello defense as we take a look at the replay. It's just a simple give up the middle, a simple trap play. What's happening is that the guys are doing an arm tackle, as you see there on the last play. Bakari Turner, the defensive end, had a prime shot there at the running back, but didn't get him. You have to go and wrap him up. You just can't put an arm out there.
And Montbello has taken a timeout. Try to slow down the juggernaut that is the Broomfield offense so far. Gives us a chance to tell you that our officials, and this is a good crew, Justin, we've seen them before. Larry Richards is the referee. Larry Craig is the umpire. The head linesman, Jeremy Finn. The line judge, Robert Zamudio. And the back judge is Chris Reichert. So if you're Montbello's defensive coach now, what do you say here?
You tell your kids, number one, to wake up. Wake up on defense. Your team just went down there. Your offense just went down and scored. What you also do is you may want to bring in another lineman. The biggest thing that you want to do is play the gaps, as we get a chance to see the cheerleaders here at Broomfield. But play the gaps. They're not doing anything special. Play your gaps, play your responsibility, and you won't have to worry about a player running by you for 15 yards.
McClain, the quarterback, hands it to Tripp. And Tripp gets a healthy 4-yard gain.
Tripp just ran into his own man.
Hey, I guess you could credit the tackle to Cooper Gardner, offensive lineman for Broomfield.
Let's give him 4 on the play.
Hey, so far that offensive line for Broomfield has been dominant.
36-yard line.
Without a doubt, what they're doing is just running the ball up the middle. They're doing a couple of traps. I haven't seen any counters, but they're just running the ball mostly in between the tackles. It is getting them a huge gain. But what that opens up is the passing game. Simeon Cones, Dante Panicucci. You got to be careful for those guys because they could get up and get that football.
Jack Sherwood now is the tailback. And Sherwood gets the ball.
Here's the counter.
Sidestep one tackler. Gets 2 yards before he's brought down as Jarrell Nettles on the stop.
Bill, I wouldn't be surprised here if Coach Davies dials up a play-action pass, goes deep to Dante Panicucci. Montbello is currently in a cover 2 defense, so you could either throw it to the outside. You could also split the safeties by throwing the football to Michael Riston. So you could give it to any of those guys, and Riston is number 29 in your program, so take a look for those guys.
Tripp, he's hit, trying to get that first down, but he'll be short.
With the carry.
Struggling forward, Malik Bishop in on the stop, also with Jalon Martin. And Nettles was there as well. 4th down and 2. Ball at the Montbello 32-yard line, and Broomfield will go for it. They'll eschew a long field goal attempt.
Got to play your gaps. That's the biggest thing. Play your gaps if you're Montbello. If you're Broomfield, blow off the line if you're the offense.
Tripp. First down and more. Tripp doesn't go down easily.
Another first down.
So Noah
Down to the
Tripp
20-yard line.
with a 12-yard pickup and a first down for Broomfield. 3:01 to go in the first quarter, tied at 7. And let's take another look at that first down.
I can't be any more impressed by what this Broomfield offensive line is doing. Just opening up huge holes there as Tripp just runs through arm tackle after arm tackle after arm tackle. That's not going to work against this Broomfield offense.
Noah Tripp is a senior, 5'11", 190 pounds.
There
Fake
you go.
to Sherwood. And the pass is complete to the fullback, Stodden, who is shoved out of bounds. In on the defense was Kerry
Pass is
Jones.
caught by Zach Stodden.
And it's close to a first
Out of
down. I think
bounds
they'll
at
be a
the
little bit
11-yard
shy.
line.
That'll bring up a second
Maybe a
down
second
and
down
very
and
short.
short.
And Justin, this is an offensive coordinator's dream. Second and less than a yard.
Well, especially when you're almost in goal-to-goal situations, you have the opportunity to pass, or you can run the ball. If you wanted to, you have a guy on the bottom of your screen in number 4 in Petacucci, a tall wide receiver who can just go up and get the ball.
Sherwood. Positive yardage and a first down. Anthony Morales on the tackle.
It'll be a
Or you can just do that too, huh?
That works as well. First and goal for Broomfield at the Montbello 5-yard line.
Bill, we got to
And they bring another tight end in,
Yeah.
and that's Bradley Baldwin, 6'4", 220 pounds.
I don't see any reason why you should throw the ball if you're Broomfield. You have been running the ball very effectively so far. You got to give these guys up front some props. Alex Gutierrez, Michael Horner, Ty Leonard, Cooper Gardner, Christian Testerman doing a great job up front against this Montbello defense.
Tripp spun down at the 3-yard line, maybe the 2.
Down to the 3-yard line.
It'll be second down and
Brings up
goal
a
to go.
second
They'll
and goal,
spot the ball
Eagle.
at the 3-yard line. We have a friend who coaches at Englewood High School, Justin, named Andy Cornell, and he said the first order of business for defense, you must stop the run. If you can't stop the run, it can be a very long night.
As you can see already for this Montbello defense, look, they're tired, they're exhausted, they're gassed. Simply put, you're not making Broomfield a one-dimensional team. Broomfield can run the ball very well. You have to stop them, but you have to come into the game stopping their rushing attack.
Sherwood
Jack Sherwood with the
stop
carry.
at the goal line, touchdown!
Eagles.
10-play drive, 9 of them on the ground. So Broomfield back on top, 13-7, as Freese will try to add the extra point. The long snapper is Blake Witzel, and the holder is Logan McCormick. Kick is good.
McCormick with the hold. Freeze. His extra point is good.
So 10 plays,
Your
4
score
minutes
now.
and 40 seconds
Warriors
off the clock.
7,
4
Eagles
first downs on that
14.
drive, and it culminates with the Sherwood touchdown run.
Nothing too crazy, just a simple run up the middle. We call this a dive, Bill. Great blocking there again by Broomfield, and just a little too late as Sherwood gets into the end zone. That sophomore, was what, a $165? Doing a great job, actually he's a junior, and he's doing a great job today. And so you have to make sure that if you're Montbello, that you gang tackle, that you get everybody to the ball.
And you see the Broomfield cheerleaders there with pink pom-poms. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's nice to see the Broomfield cheerleaders showing that spirit and emotion. Gadsden at the 10, out to the 25-yard line, where he is brought down. And on the special teams tackle was Tyler Goff. Also on the stop was Bradley Baldwin. Not too often you see the starting quarterback field a kickoff, bring it out 16 yards, and then run the offense.
Well, it's pretty simple. Now you can just go out to the coach and say, hey, coach, I have the first play. I'll return the kickoff, and then I'll call it immediately. So it's not too difficult, you don't think, huh?
Jonte Gadsden, senior QB. Gadsden keeps And he goes down.
Gets pushed back.
There's Alvarado, and he is a tough spot tonight. Angelo Alvarado, he is just a sophomore, 5'11", 180 pounds. He's the guy replacing DJ Zissimos, who we mentioned at the top of the program, out with a broken leg.
Tough injury there for Broomfield, but it's the next man up, like we said at the top of the broadcast.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Jarrell Nettles, nowhere. And Broomfield now, their defense, perhaps a little embarrassed. The opening drive, come out with fire. On that tackle was Jackson Pallone, who is just a freshman, 6 feet, 250 pounds.
Doing a great job getting on the inside shoulder of the offensive lineman there for Montbello, making a huge tackle in the backfield. And for the first time in this game, Montbello has a 3rd and +10 situation.
3rd and 14 at the 22-yard line. In motion is Martin. And where is he?
He's sacked.
He's sacked.
Nettles on the keeper.
Jonte Gadsden, 5 feet 4 inches tall, gets lost in traffic, but Broomfield was able to keep an eye on him. Another 3 plays, 3 losses, and Nettles did not touch the ball.
This is what you miss without A.J. Thompson out there on the field, is that dual threat of a quarterback that even if it's 3rd and long, you could throw the ball deep. As we go into the end of the first quarter, Montbello have a little soul searching to do, even though they're down by 7. Let's see what they can do on defense.
14-7 Broomfield, back in a moment with the second quarter.
The defending state championship girls gymnastic team is
4th down, and Montbello will punt to start this second quarter. Victor Caldera standing on his own 5-yard line. Holbrook is deep. It's a low line drive kick. Holbrook lets it bounce to the 38 where he grabs it. Holbrook into Montbello territory at the 47-yard line. Tackled on the play.
7-yard line.
Good open field tackle by Kerry Jones.
First down.
And Justin, that first quarter went by pretty quickly, both teams keeping it on the ground. No penalties.
Wow, I didn't realize that. A clean game, so far from both teams. But I tell you what, Montbello needs to get a little nasty, especially on defense, to stop this Broomfield rushing attack.
And we have a new quarterback for Broomfield. It's Logan McCormick, who hands the ball to Jordan Zhang, and he gets good yardage. About a 9-yard pickup. And that'll make it 2nd down and 1. So Gary Davies using some of the depth that he has.
Definitely, you're taking a look on the sideline. I can see Alec McLean. He doesn't look injured to me. He's currently wearing gloves, so this must be something that Coach Davies has pre-planned for the start of the second quarter.
McCormick keeps. And he gets wrapped up and taken down. I don't think he got the first down. No gain. That'll bring up 3rd and short. I was thinking the same thing as you, Justin. Did McLean get hurt? But all he's done so far is hand off.
Well,
maybe he hurt a fingernail.
Exactly, Bill. And you got to be careful here. You don't want to get too cute with your offense. And what I mean by that is go with what works. If the running game has worked for you, why go and change the quarterback? Go and run that football. Run the pill, especially if he's not injured.
Tripp is the deep man, 10 yards past the line of scrimmage. Tripp has the ball. He gets stopped. Good submarine tackle by Anthony Morales. We'll see where they spot the ball, and I think they're short.
Yeah, he is. He is. So Morales and Nettles on the tackle.
4th, and it looks like less than a yard.
Big play for Montbello. Huge play for Montbello. It's the second time that Broomfield will go for it on 4th down. If the Warriors can stop it here, they'll get a little bit of momentum, and they'll get the ball in some pretty good field position.
Watch another run here, far side, Combs to the near side. Tripp is the tailback. Tripp has it, and a first down. Inside the 35-yard line, down to the 33 before Morales and Jones get him. Markel Jones, the senior.
Great run there by Broomfield. Just another draw play up the middle as we've seen. But look on the top of the field. Dakari, number 21, had an opportunity to get Tripp in the backfield, but he didn't get him. And that's how Tripp gets the first down, right up the middle.
10 carries, 76 yards for Noah Tripp. 1st and 10 Broomfield at the Montbello 33-yard line. McCormick keeps.
McCormick with the keeper.
Gets inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line.
Just inside the 30-yard line.
In on the tackle was Demetrius Ross.
Yeah, and Bakari Turner also in the tackle there. And this is one thing that I would say immediately that I've seen on that last play. Why are you tackling somebody so high? Aim for the midsection and finish through with your tackles.
.8:46 left in the second quarter. There is your score, 14-7 Broomfield. And they're looking for more, 2nd down and 7. McCormick's first pass over the middle. It is complete to Riston. A big collision, 1st down Broomfield. Getting up slowly was Markel Jones. What a hit and what a catch.
Well, if you like collision, you're going to like this play. As you see it on this last pass and play, just a rocket over the middle. And Michael Riston catches the football, and simultaneously he gets hit. But the main thing is you hold on to that football, but we have a penalty on the field.
First penalty of the game.
I love that. I just love that out of a tight end who's not afraid to take a lick over the middle. That's what you have to do. That's in the job description. You want to play football, you want to be a tight end, you got to hold on to that football. Unfortunately, it was taken back because of a holding penalty.
So holding on Broomfield. That was a good tackle as well by Markel Jones. He kept his head up. And that's what officials are looking for when kids lower the head.
Exactly.
Same with the pros in college. You got to keep your head up or you will get flagged. 2nd down and 18 from the 41-yard line. Little outlet pass too far. Pass was intended for the fullback, Zach Stodden.
Bill,
and McCormick led him a little too much.
Bill, this is what I call cute offense. You're getting too cute. Bill, what has worked so far in this football game?
Running, but they've also thrown the ball effectively.
Sure.
And on 2nd and 18, that seems like a passing situation.
Sure, I get it. I totally understand. But if you are running the ball so effectively, why change it? If the gumbo is good, why put something else in there? Keep it going. Keep it the same
it's not
recipe.
as if they're inept at passing
Sure,
the ball.
sure. And I'm not saying that without a doubt. But I'm saying you have a team on the ropes with your running attack. Keep it going.
3rd and 18. And here's the give. Turning the corner. Good yardage, just knocked out of bounds is Zhang. Jordan Zhang, the sophomore. And did he get the first down?
He did.
They spot him. Yes. Good heavens. 24-yard gain for Jordan Zhang.
If we run this replay, I would like to describe something to you. I'll call this allergic tackling. Now, allergic tackling is when you're afraid of contact, is where it's like the flu. You're just afraid of it. And that's what just happened there on this last play. You have guys who are taking just wrong tackling angles, and it looks like you're afraid of contact, especially because of the cold.
Zhang, 2 carries, 33 yards. Up the middle, Stodden. He gets brought down by Dion Ham. Dion Ham is a junior, 6'1", 304 pounds.
Good God, what is this mom feeding him?
I don't know. I'm guessing, though, the grocery bill for the Ham household is pretty high.
Couple of ham hocks, maybe?
Maybe he likes ham.
Some bacon?
Panicucci and Combs split to the right. Tripp is the tailback. And again, Logan McCormick remains the quarterback. 2nd down and 5. Ball's at the 11-yard line of Montbello. Here's the pitch to, actually that's Sherwood.
Ooh.
And Sherwood, a lot of dancing. He gets knocked backwards. Jalon Martin leading the attack along with Nettles.
Great play there by Martin, not to get faked out by the moves there for Sherwood. And a real good tackle again. Another 3rd and long situation. Last time, Broomfield did a jet sweep around the edge and got about 25 yards on 3rd and 18. Interested to see what they will do here on 3rd and about 6.
Ball is resting at the 14-yard line. Big 3rd down play for the Eagles. McCormick blitzed, trouble.
That's a flag.
That could be grounding.
Oh, that's a flag.
And it is. The side judge threw the flag. Gary Davies barking instructions to McCormick.
Now the rules are it has to be a catchable pass, Bill, and if we take a look at that replay, it did look like a catchable ball to me, so could be looking at, or should be looking at, an intentional grounding.
Are they going to wave the flag off?
All right.
The referee, Larry Richards. Well, here it is again.
Well, let's take a look at it again. He's already in the grasp. And you know what's interesting to me is the way that quarterbacks are being protected today. I'm surprised that the whistle wasn't blown earlier. So count that for a plus there for Broomfield. We'll see what they could do on this play.
They're not going to try a field goal. Montbello takes a timeout. A field goal here would be about 31 yards, but they're going to go 4th and 7 at the 14-yard line. That surprise you, Justin?
Not at all. Not at all. Not the way that Broomfield has been running the football. I mean, they already had a couple of 4th down conversions. They had one on this drive earlier. They had one earlier in the first quarter. So I wouldn't be I'm not surprised at all by what they're choosing to do.
But they have a good kicker in Travis Freese. It would be a very makeable field goal from the far hash mark. Well, I don't know. If I'm Gary Davies,
sure,
far be it from me to criticize a guy who's been coaching for 26 years, but I would go for the field goal here. Anyway, you can watch the replays of our games, and if somebody didn't get a chance to see it, just tell them, hey, it's on plenty of times. Tuesdays at 2, matinee. Wednesdays and Thursdays, prime time. Fridays at 4 o'clock and Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Speaking of next Friday, we have a game, Roston Valley at Legacy. Should be a very good one there.
McCormick looks to throw. Pass incomplete. He threw a bullet to Panacucci, who couldn't hold on. And Montbello holds them on downs.
Yes, they have. And what happens there is that you have a perfect play call. You roll your quarterback out to the left. It's pretty much a flood play. You can't cover everybody. What happens is Panacucci is wide open, but you don't have to rocket the football in there, especially how open he was. You could just guide that ball in there. But a huge stop there for Montbello.
Warriors have the ball at their own 14-yard line. Trips right. One man split left. And the pass is complete to Jones. Jones has a first down, I believe, out to the 25-yard line. Markel Jones showing some nice moves.
The ex-receiver.
And it is a first down.
Yeah, the ex-receiver getting the football there. Jones quickly getting the ball and turning it upfield for the first down. Bill, even though that Coach Trahan said that he would allow his quarterback really to throw deep, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a pump fake and just a go route to one of the wide receivers, pretty much baiting the Broomfield defense.
And here's the handoff and the give to Torres. And Torres gets good yardage. He scored the touchdown earlier. 5:50 to go in the second quarter. 14-7 Broomfield. And Torres gets 7 yards on that carry.
Zero coverage here, Bill. There's no safety in the backfield.
And going down. No gain was Jalon Martin. Gadsden passing-wise, 3 for 4, 31 yards.
About 5:20 left to go in the game. And again, if you're Montbello and you see Broomfield go into this zero coverage, and what zero coverage means is that there's not a safety in the middle of the backfield at all. What you could do is you could take a tight end, you could take one of your wide receivers and attack the middle of the field. You have man-on-man coverage all over the place.
2 men split right, 2 men left. And a keeper. Gadsden has the first down out of bounds. He is a slick ball handler. Very good ball skills by Jonte Gadsden. And another first down for Montbello.
This is just a classic option play, Bill. And if we had a chance to run the replay, what I will show you is what the defensive end does, and again, that's Michael Riston, number 29, is he runs immediately after the running back. Well, all you have to do, again, if you're Jonte, is you fake the run, keep it for yourself, run to the outside, and you have yourself a first down run.
4:53 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 Montbello. Ball at the 40-yard line of the Warriors. And the little guy squirts free. And he gets something out of nothing.
What an athletic play there by Jonte Gadsden. Unbelievable.
Gadsden brought down on the play by McIninch. Gadsden 6 carries, 20 yards.
I mean, he should have been sacked right there. Look at there. Should have been taken down, but the little man keeping his feet moving around. And even though that's just a gain of 4 yards, that's huge because it's positive yardage yet again for this Montbello offense.
2nd down and 7 for the Warriors. They have 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. Nettles fumbles. And Broomfield comes up with it. On the recovery, Blake Witzel. And the first turnover of the night belongs to Broomfield.
Self-inflicted wounds there for Montbello as the ball just missed the running back. Again, Gadsden tried to get into the belly of the running back. The ball slips out. First down, Broomfield. Now Montbello defense needs to hold.
Alex McLean back in at quarterback. Tripp is the tailback. Tripp gets the ball. Big hole. And they're just gashing Montbello on the ground. Close to a first down. Nettles and Morales on the tackle. Call it a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1.
Bill, it's very easy to say what Montbello isn't doing on the defensive side of the ball, but it's time to give props again to what Broomfield is doing on the offensive side of the ball, and that's just great blocking there by their offensive linemen. They're getting off of the football really quick. They're stopping any type of penetration there from Montbello and opening up huge holes for the Broomfield running backs.
Right tackle Alex Gutierrez is just destroying people tonight. McLean. He gets taken down. Anthony Morales in pursuit with the tackle. And that'll be a loss of 7 yards.
And Bill,
sorry. 2nd down, make it 3rd down and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I'm going to let you set up the play, Bill. And I understand you want to, again, throw the pass. You have the opportunity. Great on 2nd and short to do a play-action pass. But, again, sometimes you stick to what has got you here. You stick to what has gotten you the lead as we get a chance to look at some little guys here, some future Broomfield guys.
That looks like Moak there.
Yeah, it does.
3rd and 8. McLean in the shotgun.
Watch the slot, Bill.
Passes through the hands of Riston. Looked like he wanted to run with it before he caught it. So with 2:25 to go, Broomfield will have to punt it away, maybe.
They are going to punt.
Yeah, McLean will punt. McLean shares the punting duties with Stodden. Stodden and McLean each have punted the ball 9 times. And it looks like McLean in punt formation. Markel Jones is deep.
Looks like a fake to me, Bill.
Could be a fake. And it is a fake. Downfield. Incomplete. Montbello holds again. Gary Davies, Riverboat Gambler tonight. And twice it's failed. Instead of pinning Montbello deep in their own territory with 2:19 to go, Warriors get the ball in good field position. Again, only 1 timeout remaining, however, for the Warriors.
Bill, that's a win in 2 ways. One way, Montbello gets the ball at the 40-yard line, so they didn't lose too much on the fumble. But number 2, they get the ball at the start of the second half. So if they can run this clock out, they will only be down at worst by 7.
Gadsden keeps. And he goes nowhere. Good pursuit. He's hauled down by Matt Hawkins. Hawkins, 5'8", 195, senior. He is a solid linebacker. 2nd and 10.
Surprised a little bit that Coach Davies isn't calling a timeout. He can get the ball back in pretty good field position if his defense could hold.
We'll see what happens on this play.
If you're Montbello, why not use the clock? Use a little bit of this clock.
See if they throw it downfield. Taking a lot of time. And they use their final timeout. Some confusion. So Montbello, no timeouts remaining with 1:34 to go. And Justin, they really don't have a choice now. They're going to have to, if they want to get in scoring position, probably have to air it out a little bit.
Spread the team out. What you can do is you can go and throw the ball in between the safeties. What Broomfield was in that last time was cover 2. And what cover 2 means is that you have 2 safeties in the backfield. So you could split them. You could either throw the ball towards the hash, to near hash, or you could throw the ball kind of sort of right in the middle, as we see a full moon today and tonight. So interesting to see what type of plays that Montbello will do. The only passing plays that they have done so far has been to the edges or to the numbers of the field.
Jarrell Nettles, we mentioned him earlier, 236 pounds, or 246 pounds. What about a screen to the big man?
Why not?
Get him in open space.
Why not? As you can see, hey, Bill, look at you, huh? Looking pretty good there.
There we go. Gadsden squirts up the middle for 5 yards, tackled at the 45 to bring up 3rd and 5. Clock is running, 1:21 and counting.
Again, I'm a little bit surprised that Coach Davies isn't using any of his timeouts. If I'm Montbello, I don't rush. What do you rush for? Hold the football, use a little bit of this clock.
Man in motion gets it. That's Josiah Sales, and Sales is down for a loss of 6. And now, see if Broomfield takes a timeout. Now they do, but they wasted a few seconds. So the Eagles will have 2 timeouts left. I'm Bill Rogan along with Justin Adams at Elizabeth Kennedy Stadium on the campus of Broomfield High School. Our stat man is Connor Shreve. Glad you could tune in on Channel 8. This game under the direction of Victor Seif. Victor is the Executive Director of Football Operations for Channel 8. So 52 seconds left. And the way Broomfield can move the ball down the field with 2 timeouts, they have time. Going back is Holbrook. Caldera's first punt, traversed 33 yards. See if Broomfield rushes for a block, or if they play for a return.
That last kick was a little bit of a line driver. We saw before in pregame, Caldera really got a lot of air on his punts. So let's see if he can get a good boot here.
He's got a big leg. We saw that. Bad snap, but Caldera gets it. Line drive kick. It'll take a roll for Montbello, and it's down inside the 10-yard line. A 53-yard punt.
Kerry Jones there downing the ball.
Make it a 50-yard punt, exactly.
Great play there by Kerry Jones to down the football. It looked like the little man wasn't able to get to the football, but he got there. And look, Broomfield is pinned deep into their own territory. Yes, they have 2 timeouts, but they only have 44 seconds to drive the length of the field, at least to get themselves, 70 yards at the field goal range?
That was the 5th punt inside the 20-yard line this year by Victor Caldera. So we'll see what McLean can do. 90 yards away from the goal line. And Noah Tripp up the middle. Tripp gets good yardage out to the 20, but Montbello will give him that. They don't want to get beat deep in the air. And timeout taken by Broomfield.
No, they didn't. They didn't take a timeout, Bill. That's just
stop the clock to move the chains. Now the clock is moving. Eagles still have 2 timeouts left, and they're huddling up. Strange game management here.
A little bit surprised there that Broomfield isn't a little more aggressive on their offensive end. But again, if you're Montbello, be careful for the deep pass.
Tripp gets 5 yards, flag on the play. 14 seconds left. No wind tonight, which is certainly appreciated by the fans here. They're bundled up. Good crowd as always here at Broomfield, although I do see some empty seats. And normally we don't see that here.
Not here in Broomfield. We did a game here last year. It was Monarch versus Broomfield, and Monarch won the game big, but this place was packed as we have a holding penalty on that last play against Broomfield.
Well, now if you're Broomfield, do you just take a knee?
Sure. You don't want to fumble the football. The running game has worked for you, but there's too many things that could go wrong.
And there goes the clock. They'll let it run out. And we are at halftime. Our score, Broomfield 14, Montbello 7. You're watching high school football on KCCB.
Wait.
Channel 8.
I think the referees are calling the guys back on the field. I wonder why.
Oh, hold on. Hold everything. There is 0 time on the clock, and they'll let it run out now, whatever it was. It was, what, 8 seconds?
Does the referee not understand that?
I don't well, maybe it was a penalty.
But it can't end on a defensive penalty.
It can, though, on an offensive penalty.
So somebody's made a mistake here.
Yeah, I don't know why they're getting a play here, Broomfield. The clock did run out, and it was an offensive penalty. They give the ball to Tripp, and Tripp gets it out to the 40. He's going to break it. 1 man to beat. Can he catch him? No. Good heavens.
Unbelievable.
That was an 85-yard run up the middle. And Justin, if I'm Montbello, I'm furious. I want an explanation why it wasn't halftime.
Play shouldn't have counted. The half can end on an offensive penalty. It cannot end on a defensive penalty. The referee made a mistake, made a huge mistake. If I'm Coach Trahan, I am protesting this play, and I need to have a talking to the umpire, to the referee, excuse me, immediately.
Travis Freese to tack on the extra point. Line drive, and it is good. And so the half ends in bizarre fashion. First of all, inexcusable for Montbello to allow a guy to go 85 yards.
Definitely bad tackling.
That's just awful defense. But I am not sure why that play counted. We saw the clock run out. Broomfield was content to go into halftime. We'll try to sort it out. Well, our halftime score, not what we thought it would be. Broomfield 21, Montbello 7. We'll be back with the halftime stats and the start of the third quarter after these words.
The schools taking part in today's event are part of the 340 member schools of the Colorado High School Activities Association. As members, we promote and protect the privilege of participation in interscholastic activities. We also promote lifetime values like respect, hard work, teamwork, and sporting behavior. We help reach and motivate students. We develop policies as a group as a responsibility of membership. We are coaches, game officials, and administrators working for the common good of kids. We are CHASA.
And Justin Ham boots the ball down to the 8-yard line as we start the third quarter of play. Montbello brings it out to the 25-yard line. And that was Martin. Now let's take a look at the halftime stats.
25-yard line of the First and 10 Warriors.
Broomfield up 21-7. And there you go. Passing yardage, not much by either team, but look at those rushing yards for Broomfield. 240 rushing yards. 2 penalties, 10 yards for Broomfield, and one of those penalties was huge, and we'll explain why. Just 98 total yards for Montbello, and they start out at their own 25-yard line. Jonte Gadsden is the quarterback, gives to Nettles, who dances forward for about 3 yards before he is finally brought down. Justin At the end of the first half, there was a penalty on Broomfield that put them back to the 15-yard line.
Yes.
We saw the clock wind down. We thought, okay, a half can't end on a defensive penalty, but it can an offensive penalty, or so we thought. After this play, explain the high school rule. 2nd down and 7. In motion goes Preep. And Preep gets the pass. And he has a first down. Check that was Markel Jones on the reception. So first down for Montbello.
Now, the ruling there is that in Colorado preps that you can't end a half, on an accepted offense or defensive penalty. So if Montbello would have declined the penalty, then the clock would have ran out and that would have been halftime. But because Montbello accepted the penalty, well, you have an untimed down no matter what else happens. So that's why Broomfield had an extra play. 85 yards later, they're up by 2 touchdowns.
Nettles up the middle,
Nettles at the carry.
and he gets good yardage. About 7 yards on the carry. 2nd down and about 3. Long 3, call it. But there's a case, I don't like that rule because you're penalizing the defense.
I'm sorry, number 53.
On the other side of the coin, too, Montbello, you cannot let a guy go 85 yards on the last play.
It's unacceptable to let a guy just go directly up the middle. You know what they're going to do. They're not going to throw a Hail Mary pass, not at this level.
And a handoff that goes to Rathana Preep.
Number 5.
And he gets close to a first down, a little short. Call it 3rd down and a yard.
Now, Bill, I'm not an offensive coordinator, but if I was, I think I would want to give it to kind of a big runner. Maybe somebody who's about 240 some odd pounds, run it directly up the middle. Maybe Jarrell Nettles, just maybe.
Split backs. Nettles is on the far side on your TV screen. Jonte Gadsden keeps, fumbles, dives on it. First down, but a penalty marker. That was a good play, but I don't think the fumble was designed.
Now, is that a fumble? No, the referee will pick up the flag, so that's a first down for Montbello.
Let's take another look at that one here.
Very interesting play again, as you can see, Jonte Gadsden with the football. He fakes the handoff in the read option, but then he just loses the ball. Actually, it just comes right out of his hands, hits his hip, and he falls on the football. Fortuitous bounce there for the Montbello Warriors, but they get the first down on the 45-yard line of Broomfield.
Nettles.
Stopped
Nowhere. Good defensive surge by Broomfield. One of the Broomfield players in on the tackle was Alex Gutierrez, as well as Michael Riston.
And again, you may be wondering why Montbello could get to the outside on an option play like that. Well, that's because the ends of Broomfield are crashing in. What that means is that they're going immediately after the running back, no matter what. So there's nobody to be accounted for the quarterback on that option read.
2nd down, they lost about a half yard on that play. So 2nd and 10 and a half. Straight up the middle and going nowhere, getting thrown backwards was Jalon Martin. That'll bring up 3rd down and 11. They lost another half yard. Bill Rogan along with Justin Adams here in Broomfield. 8:21 and counting to go, 3rd quarter. And the Eagles lead the Warriors by 2 touchdowns. First possession of the 2nd half for Montbello. I want to get into something too, Justin.
Sure,
You're a Montbello
sure.
grad, and this is the last year of the Montbello Warriors. But the program really isn't going anywhere. It's a little confusing. We'll get to it in a second. Gadsden, the lefty, slings it downfield, incomplete, nearly intercepted by Luke McIninch. And that'll bring up 4th down. So what's the deal with Montbello?
So what's going on with Montbello is that a couple of years ago, and actually this has been in the making for a while now, is that Montbello High School will be no more exactly the name Montbello High School. What will happen is the building will still be there, but that there will be a couple of different charter schools within Montbello. So Montbello High School, the public school, is being phased out, and now you have all these charter schools. So sad point for me being an alum of Montbello.
Well, why don't they still just call it Montbello?
Well,
Warriors. I don't get that.
There's a lot of different reasoning, one of which is community. I'm hurt to, you change the school of Montbello and the area is called Montbello. You got to say that there's at least somebody's believed there's something wrong with the community where there's nothing wrong.
Cordova's kick is down at the 1 yard line.
The 1 yard line.
A 45-yard punt. His 6th kick this year inside the 20. How about that? Now here's where Montbello, their defense has been soft tonight. Let's not make any excuses.
Sure.
This is where they really need to rise up. On the other hand, Broomfield, I'm thinking give the ball to Noah Tripp. He's been unstoppable tonight. Noah Tripp on the evening, besides that long touchdown run of 85 yards, 13 carries, 180 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
So what you could do here if you're Broomfield is that you could actually go on 2 or go on 3, because if you're offsides, it doesn't hurt you as much. If you're Montbello, play the gaps.
His trip up the middle, and he gets it out to the 10-yard line. Hard running.
Looks like a repeat of what happened in the first half, huh?
Exactly. On the tackle was Kerry Jones, also Dakari Lawrence on the tackle. That was a huge play for Broomfield's offense.
Well, we
get a little breathing room.
Exactly. What we used to do at CU is when we're inside the 10-yard line, when we start a drive, is that we want to get 2 first downs so that even if we don't get any more yards, we at least flip the field when we punt the football.
And a blitz from the left side, and Tripp is taken down for a loss. Jalon Martin firing off the left edge. And that'll be a loss of 2 yards. So 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles.
You almost got to ask yourself, why didn't Montbello start that earlier, especially on the first play? But look, all can be forgiven if the Warriors can stop Broomfield here on this play.
You ever see the movie The Warriors?
I have.
Kind of a crazy movie.
I have.
You ever see the basketball team, the Golden State Warriors?
I think the Nuggets don't want to see that team anymore.
Approaching 6 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 3rd and 3. Tripp again. Peels outside. First down. He takes a hit and a half. Good lick laid on him by Anthony Morales. But he still goes forward. And Justin, the sign of a good running back is when you have that forward lean, and even when you do get hit, you still manage to fall forward for an extra yard or 2.
Because that's the way that you run as a football player. What you do is that you, first of all, you tuck the ball in, but then you always get that forward lean. When you have that forward lean, you'll be able to break a tackle here, break an arm tackle there, but you always will finish the play a yard or 2 ahead from, honestly, where you should be. Great run there by Noah Tripp.
1st and 10 Broomfield at the Eagles' 16-yard line. Stodden, the fullback, gets wrapped up and spun to the ground. Good job by Jarrell Nettles.
Okay, now if you're Coach Davies, you see what's happening here. You see now that Montbello is selling out for the run. Now you can go out, do a play-action pass, and you'll have man-on-man coverage on the outside.
Now this weather, temperature a few minutes ago when you checked, Justin, 35 degrees. Might even be a little chillier than that. It's not easy to complete passes in this weather.
Especially the football becomes hard as a rock when it gets cold outside.
Looks like a blitz. Here it comes. And Tripp
it's coming back,
breaks it outside, and he gets bumped out of bounds. Good tackle by Kerry Jones.
Noah Tripp. He just blessed somebody.
Well, let's take a look at the replay and see if we can spot the infraction.
Again, we'll take a look at this last football play as it's given to Tripp, and Tripp doing a great job running the football. Now, we can't see the holding play, but I want you to look at this. Come here, number 20. Bam, right there. Great hit there by Noah Tripp. And even though there's a penalty on that play, I'll tell you what, number 20 will remember what happened there. That's Kerry Jones from Montbello. You have to lower your shoulder and wrap up. Noah Tripp running the football hard tonight.
At the 7-yard line.
3 penalties for
Second and
Broomfield
19.
for 20 yards. 5 minutes exactly on the clock, third quarter.
Ball is spotted.
Now the
Just
clock is
outside the
moving
15-yard line, so it'll be
as
second and
referee
20.
Larry Richards gives the signal. Second down, 19, ball at the Broomfield 7-yard line.
Broomfield coming out with a different formation. They don't have 2 running backs in the backfield.
McLean keeps, not a good decision. He gets taken down by Naturel Nettles.
McLean on the keeper.
Naturel Nettles
Got a loss of
and
2 on the
Jarrell
play.
Nettles are cousins.
Okay.
Brings up 3rd and 22.
As you can see on the clock, this is a quick moving quarter because, well, neither team is passing the football. That's all
Ball's on the
happening on the
4-yard
ground, which is why that play before half where Noah Tripp had that 85-yard scamper for a touchdown was so crucial for this game and made it a 2-possession game. Montbello needs to stop here.
This is a big play here. Broomfield has to be careful of his safety should McLean elect to pass and get caught in the end zone. Ball at the 4-yard line of Broomfield, 3rd and 22. Deep down the sidelines, and that ball is incomplete, intended for Panacucci. On the coverage, you had the corner, Dakari Lawrence, and coming over from the safety spot was Markel Jones.
If you're Markel Jones, you have to pick off that pass. That's tailor-made for an interception. I don't know if he was a little bit concerned there about the hit or about contact or whatever it is, but you have to be a ball hog.
I thought it might have been out of bounds anyway had he caught it. Second punt of the night, I believe, for Broomfield. Zach Stodden. He has to be careful he doesn't step on the end line. That would be a safety. Gadsden and Jones deep for Montbello. Kick is away under pressure, and they're going to throw a flag. Gadsden has the ball at the 45-yard line. He gets thrown down by Sherwood, and that is a very dubious call if it's running into the kicker.
I don't know if is it running or is it personal foul?
We'll see what.
It's running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker. Penalty is declined. Was a good punt by Stodden.
At the 44-yard line.
It's funny, Larry Richards came to the 35-yard line to make the call. Now he's running all the way back to get his flag.
He's just trying to stay warm.
Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't a roughing the
Agreed.
kicker call, because that would have been a bad call. But good job there. He did make contact, so running into the kicker declined. Gary Davies happy with the punt and the coverage. But Montbello has a big opportunity here at the Broomfield 44-yard line. 21-7, Eagles on top, all the scoring in the first half. Jonte Gadsden. Pass complete. Down to the 29-yard line, Giovanni Torres, who ran in for a score in the first quarter.
It'll be a first down, Warriors.
And that's a nice little play. Going to his left, the lefty quarterback.
Well, what happened there on the play was a bit of a misdirection. What happened was Torres, he was in the backfield, and so what happened was he was lost in the shuffle, and all he did was he just came out of the backfield, nobody covered him, caught that pass, and now Montbello, they're off and running.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Jarrell Nettles is the tailback. Gadsden keeps,
The ball.
and he gets to the 25-yard line. Gain of 4, second down and 6.
So a little bit of the momentum change as Montbello is driving down the football field. And let's not forget, there's only 3 minutes left in the third quarter. You can start counting possessions because neither team throws the ball a lot. And so since the clock will continue to run, it makes this possession even more important for the Montbello Warriors to score here. And they need a touchdown.
Gadsden keeps, gets tripped up, falls forward to the 23-yard line. Bring up a third down and about 3.5. 4 down territory.
4 down territory.
Gadsden 5 of 7 throwing the ball for 54 yards. And on the ground, Gadsden 11 rushes for 41 yards.
Gadsden came into the game only completing, get this, Bill, 3 passes. 3 passes, that's it.
Again, he is the backup. A.J. Thompson is the starter. Nettles fighting for yardage. Somebody had him by the jersey.
Nettles with the
It looked like it was Noah Dome, the sophomore linebacker. Had a fistful of jersey and would not let go.
Yeah, but we have a player from Montbello injured.
On the tackle.
The big man, Deion Ham.
Deion Ham exits. Yeah, he's hurting. The 304-pounder. And he gets replaced on the offensive line by Vincent Collins, just a freshman.
Ham's going to take a knee, and if I'm Montbello, you know, a play that I would do is the play that got you a pretty good amount of yards on the first play. You bring again
little rollout option.
Yeah, do that rollout option. Bring Giovanni Torres from the backfield, roll him out, and give your quarterback, who's very athletic, the option to either do a run or a pass here.
I would like to say something about Gadsden. He has a lot of guts. He's taking the ball up the middle. He's only 135 pounds. As there you see Broomfield next week against Monarch. That will be a big one. That's a grudge match. Those two teams do not like each other.
It's a rivalry. Monarch's ranked number 2.
I'm not sure if the coaches like each other all that much either. Straight up the middle. First down yardage for Jalon Martin.
Great play.
I know the Monarch coach, Phil Bravo, not the most popular guy in high school football around here, but I don't think he cares.
No.
He puts out a winning team every year.
Won the state title last year, so he has rings to show for what his team is doing.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
You know what, if I'm Gadsden, why not take a look at a slant on the top of the screen? You have it wide open.
Martin again busted outside, slips and goes down at the 15, no gain. 2nd down and 10. Minute 40 to go, 3rd quarter.
Again, at the top of your screen, you have Marquell Jones. He's the ex-receiver. Has a couple of catches here today. But what Broomfield is doing is they're playing off of him. So again, it's a trips formation. What Montbello has shown in this game is what they would do is that they would throw a wide receiver screen. I wouldn't be surprised if they go deep, though.
5 receivers. Gadsden's going to keep. Gadsden inside the 10, short of a first down.
Left side.
But now a makeable 3rd down coming up.
I tell you what, when you could get away with one, you could get away with what Montbello did there. What happened was is that there was actually a holding penalty that Montbello missed. Look at big number 55. He gets beat off the ball and just tackles the man down.
9-yard line.
Yeah, Riston got up saying, hey, what's going on here? That was Keyshawn Riggins.
Keyshawn Riggins with the best, well, that's the best tackle that Montbello has had all day.
They put him on defense. 3rd down and 4. Ball at the Broomfield 9-yard line. 28 seconds and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. Gadsden gives the ball to Nettles. Nettles drives close to the first down. And we'll see where they spot the football. That'll bring up 4th down. It looks like he's a little short. And the 3rd quarter will run out. 4th down coming up. Montbello will likely go for it. You're watching high school football on Channel 8. Our score, Broomfield 21, Montbello 7. Stay with us. And there's the score, 21-7. Broomfield leads, but Montbello knocking at the door. Bill Rogan along with Justin Adams, also ace statman Connor Shreve. 4th down for Montbello as we start the 4th quarter. It'll be 4th and 2 at the 8-yard line.
Don't watch slit.
Here's some of the crowds voicing their opinion. So here we go. Gadsden
Play the game here, Bill.
is the quarterback.
Play the game.
Jarrell Nettles is beside him. Man goes in motion. That's Anthony Johns. Fumble. And it will be Broomfield football as Gadsden fell on it, but did not get the first down, and Gadsden is hurt.
And I'm wondering why that's not a penalty. Why isn't that a penalty on Broomfield? And what I mean by that is if you want to take a look at that last play, it's a fumble, don't get me wrong. The play is down and the play is dead, but a Broomfield player just fell on Gadsden afterwards. And if we're talking about player safety, what you have to do is especially protect the quarterback. Let's take a look at the replay again. It's just a fumble there as Gadsden tried to give the ball to Nettles. That's the second time that has happened in this game. But look, he's tripped up right there. So he can roll around all he wants, but the play should be blown dead. And then he just fell on.
Yeah, that
has to be a penalty.
That should be a late hit. Here's Noah Tripp for Broomfield in the clear, and he gets good yardage, about a 7-yard gain before he's tackled by Anthony Morales. Broomfield ran only 6 offensive plays in the third quarter.
Wow.
So the time of possession dominated by Montbello in that quarter, but they did not score.
Coming into the game, that's exactly what Coach Trahan wanted, was to control the clock. But also when you control the clock, you got to put some points on the scoreboard. Unfortunately, Montbello didn't do that there in that last possession. They need a huge stop here. They need a 3 and out.
2nd down and 2. Ball at the 17-yard line of Broomfield. Alec McLean, the senior quarterback, gives the ball to Jack Sherwood, and Sherwood gets a first down across the 30-yard line to the 31. As he's tackled again by Anthony Morales. I'll tell you, this Morales kid from Montbello, he's had a great game for the Warriors defensively.
Yeah, making a lot of tackles. And Bill, this is nothing but a counter play, and it's a huge hole open up. Bill, I think you could run out there on that play, but you're what, 55, 60 years old, maybe 70? You can still run out there. Huge hole open up there by Broomfield and their offensive line. They're doing a great job today.
I'm not that old, Justin. By the way, join us for our next game next week as Legacy will take on Ralston Valley. I'll be doing the game with Connor Shreve. Moving up the middle is Tripp. Penalty marker on the play as Tripp gets out to the 20-yard line. Tripp has 200 yards on the night. And this one will probably come back. Larry Richards indicates holding on Broomfield.
Wow.
I'll keep you around for one more game.
Okay,
Justin.
all right, one more.
Despite the crack on my age.
Well, I mean, Bill, you're a senior citizen.
Not yet, my friend.
You get the discounts. You can't say enough about what Broomfield has done offensively today, especially the offensive line, doing a great job just opening up holes for Noah Tripp. Sherwood doing a great job today.
1st and 20 for the Eagles. Ball at their own 22-yard line. Tripp, he gets sandwiched and goes down. On the tackle for the Warriors, Alex Palomino.
And if you're Montbello, you're pretty much blitzing every play from here on out. You have to sell out, do whatever you got to do to get the football back.
When we saw Broomfield against Legacy earlier this year, they hurt themselves, especially in the first half with some turnovers. No turnovers tonight for Broomfield. Eagles have won 4 consecutive games since that loss to Legacy. Montbello has lost 2 in a row after winning 5 straight to start the season. McLean fires it downfield, incomplete, intended for Dante Panicucci. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 17.
Huge play here for Montbello. The clock will stop because of the incomplete pass. 9:44 left to go in this game. Let's see what Montbello will do. Will they play it safe, or will they pretty much do kind of a run blitz?
McLean tonight just 2 of 6 for 22 yards.
No need to pass when your running attack is doing this well.
This is a swiftly moving game.
It is.
And I think the fans here don't mind.
It's a little nippy out here, huh?
It's very cold. The wind is not blowing, though. The flag is just hanging still near the scoreboard to our right, south end zone. And going down, penalty on the play is Tripp, tackled by Nettles and Palomino. When I think of Palomino, remember the old boxer Carlos Palomino?
Back in the day?
Yeah, lightweight fighter,
Yeah.
world champ. So we'll see what the call is.
Let's go. Let's go.
The first quarter, we had 0 penalties. And here in the second half, we've had a few. Illegal use of hands on Montbello.
Wow.
John Trahan across the way is standing on the 25-yard line, the 4th-year head coach of Montbello, and he's squawking. He wants an answer. John Trahan played high school football at Thomas Jefferson, team you played against quite a few times.
Yes, we did.
Played his college ball at Southern Colorado, and there he is, Coach Trahan. And he played 2 years with the Kansas City Chiefs.
He's lived in Montbello since '72. And the reason why he went to Thomas Jefferson is because Montbello wasn't built yet. When he graduated, it was the next year that Montbello opened up. It was a school that was built out there for a suburb that was just sprouting, just growing. And that's where a lot of people were at the time in Montbello. It still is today.
John Trahan was a wide receiver and kickoff returner in his playing career. 3rd and 11. McLean downfield, incomplete, nearly intercepted by Keith Williams, the junior. And that stops the clock.
Dangerous
and
play.
It will force a punt. Montbello's hanging around. If they can get a quick score, they can make Broomfield sweat a little bit.
Well, there's enough time to even drive down the field. You have all 3 of your timeouts. You can have a pretty good drive here.
Broomfield has hurt themselves with penalties.
Definitely, and you're going to get good field position, so you have to take care of the football here. You have to make it count.
Zach Stodden will punt it away. Short kick, bounces at the 41, takes a Broomfield roll, and it will be downed at the 35-yard line. And that's where Montbello will take over.
5-yard line. The Warriors take over 1st and 10.
2 punts tonight for Zach Stodden. He's averaging 40 yards per kick. All right, Justin, we've seen Montbello run the ball at times effectively, but with 8:58 on the clock here in the 4th quarter, down 2 scores, will they air it out?
Well, what they have done so far is, and first of all, let me say yes, what they have done is they will always do kind of a trip formation. And within the trip formation, they will throw to the outside to the wide receivers. The only time that they have thrown from a different formation is when they have thrown the ball to Giovanni Torres, number 23, out of the backfield. So I would do that here to open up this drive.
Instead, they go inside, and not much. Getting slammed to the turf was Jaylon Martin.
Guess who? Is that the freshman? 69?
34-yard line. A loss of
That was Jackson
That is.
Pallone.
That is Jackson Pallone. Guy's always fired up. He's going to be a guy, I cannot wait to see him grow up and mature as a player. He looks like a really good football player.
6 feet tall, 250 pounds. He's got that attitude you like to see out of your defensive lineman. That attitude being nasty. Ball slips out of the hands of Gadsden, and he gets taken down. Hawkins on the stop.
Well, that's one way to air it out.
You know, it's a very cold night.
It is.
And we've seen him as the night goes on
It
fumbling the ball around a little bit. And he's only, again, 5'4", 135 pounds. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm guessing his hand may not be very big. He might have small hands, and that could be affecting his ball handling skills right now.
And also because it's cold.
3rd and 13.
Uh-oh.
Screen across the middle.
Uh-oh.
Complete to Jones. And he's out to the 48-yard line. First down, a 15-yard pickup. Markel Jones on the wide receiver crossing pattern.
Yeah. Wide receiver screen. You could call it a middle screen, whatever you want. What you do is you allow pursuit to go up the field. And Montbello set this play up beautifully. Again, just a great play there, a great play call there by Coach Trahan.
Ooh, block in the back.
A little bit of a block in the back. Yeah, missed it.
Jones,
four
catches, 39 yards. Gadsden, he'll keep. And he runs out of bounds, and there could be a flag, and it will be.
Yeah.
Gadsden was tackled and ended up on the running track. A late hit. And so Broomfield cracking a little bit here.
It's only 7:22 left to go in this game, Bill. As you said earlier, if Montbello could score quickly, you put a little heat and pressure on Broomfield.
So personal foul will add 15 more yards to the end of that run. 5 penalties now for the Eagles, 50 yards. Montbello's been penalized just once for 10 yards. And again, there has to be a sense of urgency for Montbello, down 2 scores. Broomfield's defense, though, tonight has been bend but don't break. 1st and 10 at the Eagles' 27-yard line. Jonte Gadsden running all the way, and he gets buried. Good heavens. Alex Gutierrez, 6 foot, 220-pound senior, just swallowed up the little guy. That's not fair.
Great play by Gutierrez. Great play by Gutierrez.
I tell you what, he showed some speed.
He did. Quick off the ball. Quick off the ball, cat-like reflexes. Great job to catch the speedy Gadsden in the backfield.
Loss of 3.
Yeah, you see Montbello becoming very creative in their play calling now, Bill.
2nd and 13 at the 30-yard line. Nettles lowers the shoulder, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Again, this is 2-down territory if you're Montbello. Number 53 on the screen there, Matt Hawkins. Another good game from him.
Well, do you have another screen? Do you have another play that you could call here? If you do, you got to bring it out if you're Montbello.
What about a deep pass? And there's a miscommunication. Receiver cut in, pass went out, incomplete. We haven't seen him throw the ball deep, and that's not his strength. But why not throw one up, one-on-one coverage? Give your back shoulder pass.
Give your guy an opportunity. Montbello, I think, will use a timeout here.
And they will. So that's the first timeout by Montbello here in the second half. They have 2 remaining. Broomfield has all their timeouts. And you see the crowd bundled up. Again, this has been a quick-moving game. The fast pace, I think a lot of fans don't mind that at all. So, Justin, you're the offensive coordinator right now for Montbello. 4th and 10. What do you do?
What you could do is you could go to Marquell Jones, who has been the guy who has caught literally everything today. You could either put him out on a go route, even though that Gadsden is not.
By the way, that drummer on the left?
Yes.
No jacket.
Yeah, hey. He doesn't need any cough medicine, I'll put it that way.
That guy's either tough or not very smart.
But again, as I was
saying
earlier,
tough.
Probably tough, but I was just saying earlier, you could throw the ball deep there to Marquell Jones.
Well, here we go.
Roll out. Oh, good call.
Nettles has the first down and more. Nettles barreling over players, knocking them over like bowling pins, and he's down to the 1-yard line.
Great call.
Reverse screen to Jarrell Nettles, and Montbello still alive, still in business.
Unbelievable call, guys. If we can look at this again, look, the quarterback's rolled it out to his left, and you just open it up a screen to the right. The pursuit of the defense is going to one side. You throw it across the grain. Great play there. And then look at the running, the hard running by Mr. Nettles.
We talked about that earlier. Get him the ball in space.
And just let him go. It's like a little Jerome Bettis there. I know you know this guy, huh? Former Notre Damer.
And fumble. Nettles picks it up alertly, but he goes backwards. So Montbello shooting themselves in the foot. And Nettles looks like he might be shaken up a little bit. And he needs a breather. Let's take another look at that.
Unbelievable.
What happened here, Justin?
You're at the 1-yard line, and the ball just goes right over the head. Let's not forget that Jonte Gadsden is 5'4", and A.J. Thompson is 6 inches taller. And so that really played in to that last play there as the ball was snapped over the head of Gadsden. So now the Warriors would take the ball at the 10-yard line. And now you have 3 plays to get it in, but it's going to be very difficult as the space is very limited once you get closer to the end zone.
Now Broomfield, they're 4A in all sports, And they'll stay 4A in football, but all their other sports going 5A.
Nice.
Next cycle.
Nice.
They have a great baseball program here, Broomfield.
They do, and they have a real good girls basketball team here also, so it'll be very interesting
all the
to see what
sports here.
they'll do.
Wrestling is good,
Oh,
boys
yeah.
basketball. It
but
would be neat if Channel 8 could do a little Broomfield baseball next year.
Why not? Some
I've been
wrestling?
saying that for the last 10 years. It hasn't
Yeah.
happened, but
Well, you know,
keep
now,
trying.
Well, now that they're at 5A, you know, they have a couple of more sports. You get some more revenue. You never know.
Second and goal for Montbello at the Broomfield 10-yard line. So can they get in the end zone? They have 3 plays to do it. Man in motion. That's Martin. Pitch to the running back right side. And going in for the score is Anthony Johns. Touchdown Montbello. And still a lot of time on the clock, 5:19. And here comes the all-important extra point.
Great call there by Coach Trahan on the option play. They haven't ran the option all day. They have ran gives.
Which makes you wonder, they had the wide receiver screen, then they had the reverse screen to the running back. The option, where was this earlier?
Well, you got to get creative when it's time, when it's crunch time.
Cordova's extra point, and he missed it.
No good.
He missed it wide right. So if Montbello can somehow score again, they'll have to go for 2. Let's take another look at that touchdown jaunt by Anthony Johns, the junior.
Well, can't say enough about this play. Just a fake give up the middle, and then an option route. What you do is you have the D-end crash, and then you have a quick pitch to the outside, and then you let the young man do the rest of the work as he gets to the pylon, dives into the end zone. Touchdown Montbello, and even though they missed the extra point, they're only down by 1 possession. Anthony Johns, 5'9", $155. Great play there by the young man, the junior. And so Montbello, again down to 1 possession. And Bill, don't be surprised if you see kind of a onside kick formation. Remember, Montbello had to use a timeout.
They used 2
in that
timeouts.
last drive. Yeah, they used 2 timeouts.
So 5:19 to go. Broomfield has not scored here in the second half. And Montbello, you can make a case that they deserve to be maybe leading this game.
Or at least down by 1.
The one play that's going to haunt them if they lose this game is the last play of the first half when Noah Tripp went 85 yards, this after an accepted penalty, which in high school the half won't end on an accepted penalty, even if it is on the offense. Line drive kick. It's caught. That's Damian Combs up the middle. Combs gets tackled by Martin, who kicked off. Simeon Combs, the senior, has not caught a pass tonight. At that time, a good return. Now Broomfield in business at the 40-yard line. A 35-yard return. Broomfield has all their timeouts. They're more concerned. Get a few first downs and run the clock.
If you're Montbello, you run blitzing every play. You want to force Broomfield to beat you through the air. So it's not any time to play, let's play safe defense at all. You got to fill in those gaps to get the running back.
Noah Tripp. Tripp is wrapped up, gets maybe a yard. Good tackle by Bakari Turner, 6'3", 189-pound junior. He held the edge and was able to bring Tripp down after a gain of 1. Noah Tripp on the night has been the workhorse for the Eagles. 19 carries, 204 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
But none of that matters if he can't get a first down here.
Second and 9 at their own 41-yard line for the Eagles. McLean gives to Tripp. Tripp gets about 3, just shy of the 45-yard line. In on the stop, Demetrius Ross. Also, Jarrell Nettles in there. Nettles will sleep well tonight. Not only running the ball effectively, but as the middle linebacker in on most of the plays defensively. At 246 pounds.
Doing a great job today on both sides of the football.
There's a few players on both teams. If I was a college scout, I'd be quite interested in.
Without a doubt.
4 minutes to go. McLean taking his time, reading the back judge. Tripp has the ball. Tripp has the first down. Huge into Montbello territory. And Tripp knocked Nettles backwards. He's a strong kid. Noah Tripp, a senior, 5'11", 190 pounds. There he is, number 11.
He's been running hard all day, finishing the runs. Very powerful, explosive runner. I like the way that he's running the football today.
I also like the way McLean is looking at the back judge. There's no play clock at this particular field, as most high schools don't have it. And when the back judge starts counting down the 5-second call with his hand, then McLean snaps it. So right now he's waiting. Clock is moving, 3:25 and counting. The official moves his arm and starts the 5-second count. Tripp has it and struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage, but there is a penalty marker on the play. They've done a better job in the second half in stopping the run. And we'll see what Larry Richards, the man in the white hat, calls. It's against Broomfield. They may very well decline it.
Flag on the play, holding against the Eagles.
Now they'll accept it. It's a holding call. They'll bring up 1st and 20. As you can see in the distance there from the field level shot, 3:13 to go in the fourth quarter.
First down and 18.
Alec McLean, number 9, 6'4", 190 pounds. Panacucci to the far side, Combs split to the near side. Stodden up the middle, and a good play on the defensive line. Coming in was Jalon Martin. That looked like it was ticketed for more yardage.
It was. Great play there by Jalon Martin, because if he doesn't tackle him, that's at least going for 10, maybe 15 yards.
2-yard pickup. Ball at the Broomfield 48, 2nd down and 14.
Broomfield gets another first down. This game is over.
Check that. That was a 6-yard pickup. Mathematics, not my strong suit. 2:18 to go and counting. Tripp is the deep man. McLean working the clock, gives to Tripp. Tripp bounces it outside.
Oh!
And he gets hit hard, holds on to the ball. Coming up with a solid tackle was Keith Williams. I think, Justin, you felt that one up here.
I did.
I heard it. I heard you say, ooh.
Great jolt.
McLean 0 for 3 passing-wise here in this second half. 3rd and 11. This could be the ball game if you're Montbello.
This is.
Montbello has just 1 timeout left. Ball is at the Warriors' 49-yard line. Minute 30 to go. McLean, play action. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Panacucci. On the coverage was Kerry Jones. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
He may have gotten there a little early, but in any case, that is an amazing play by Kerry Jones, because Combs was wide open. Actually, that was Panacucci who was intended for. He was wide open on that last play, and Jones came out of nowhere in order to break up that pass.
Well, Montbello will get the ball back.
Not only will they get the ball back, but they also conserved a timeout because of that incomplete pass. So it's a buck 20 left to go in this game, and Montbello will get the ball with their timeout.
Zach Stodden will kick it away. Deep is Markel Jones and Jonte Gadsden. Good snap. Nice kick. Fair catch called for and made by Jones at the 17-yard line. Actually, they'll spot it at the 18. So here we go. Minute 15 on the clock. 1 timeout left for Montbello. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and they are 82 yards away.
This is where you miss A.J. Thompson. I know that he's not playing today, but he's the type of kid that could throw a deep bomb 50 yards down the field. He gives you that opportunity to use the whole field. But now Montbello has to get creative. Let's see what they could do.
Jones cuts it in instead of going outside. Gets to the 27-yard line.
On the reception.
Don't forget, Montbello naturally runs a no-huddle offense, so this is just normal for them, but they have to pick up the pace with a minute left in the game.
They're calling it a first down, so they stop the clock to move the chains. Actually, second down. The clock should still be going. Gary Davies wants to know, why aren't you running the clock?
Are they measuring? All right, so they are giving him the first down.
Okay, it is a first down then.
First down is what they're giving them.
So 1st and 10. When they set the change, the clock will start, and there it goes. Gadsden looking to the sideline for a play. Precious seconds ticking off for Montbello.
You have to do something now. You haven't thrown the ball deep down the field yet. Everything's been a sort of a misdirection, wide receiver screen. Throw to the running back in the backfield. You got to go. You got to go now.
They wasted an awful lot of time. Gadsden down the sidelines, out of bounds, and no flag.
Gadsden again on the carry.
38 seconds. They got that play off at about 45 seconds, so they wasted a good 20 seconds.
Somebody was supposed to go in motion as Gadsden was pretty much pleading with one of the guys in the backfield to go in motion, and he didn't, so he had to make something happen with his feet. He ran out of bounds and conserved a timeout, so still 38 seconds left. It's not you don't need a miracle, but you do need a big gain on this play in order to get in scoring position.
2nd and 5. Ball at the 33-yard line of Montbello. Gadsden, here comes the pressure. Gets it over to Jones. Jones can't slip a tackle.
Got to use a
short
timeout.
of the first down.
Short of the first down.
And Montbello will take a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. That is their final timeout. There's the story right there, 21-13 in favor of Broomfield. While we have a chance, Justin, I'd like to run down our crew real quick. Our executive producer is Kim Greason. The executive director of football operations, Victor Seif. Graphics, John Shula. Replay man is Will Nestle, like the chocolate. Cameraman, Alan Wardis, Wayne Villeneuve, and Mark Olson. Utility man, Dakota Hudson. And Statman extraordinaire, Connor Shreve.
Yes, sir.
And there you see the pink pom-poms we talked about earlier. The Broomfield cheerleaders.
Well, Bill,
they stay warm, you know, jumping around all night.
Well, they do. They have a lot of layers. I'll put it that way.
There you go. You put on the layers of clothing, and you keep cheering and moving around.
If you're Montbello, you have done a lot of wide receiver screens. You have allowed the pursuit of Broomfield to come in the backfield to open up the pass. But now you're going to have to throw the ball upfield.
Gadsden rolling. Pass downfield, complete to Jones. Gets out of bounds at the 49. First down, and the clock stops.
24 seconds left.
Montbello still breathing.
Ball to be spotted at the 49. 24 seconds.
He's effective rolling out to his left and throwing.
He is.
Surprised we haven't seen a little bit more of that.
You know, if Montbello gets a couple more plays like that, you never know. You could see a Hail Mary. But it has to be either to the sidelines or out of bounds. Nothing in the middle of the field. No passes.
Gadsden will run, and he gets out of bounds.
Gadsden runs out of bounds.
18 seconds.
Gadsden running the football. Check that, passing the ball is 10 for 13, 125 yards. 2nd and 3, 18 seconds left. And you wonder if he can reach the end zone if they don't gain any more yards for a Hail Mary.
I don't know about that one, Bill.
What about a trick play, hook and ladder?
Sure. If you have it in the playbook, that would be a good time to run it. Why is he running football?
Gadsden.
Oh, that'd be a good reason.
Jones out of bounds at the 28-yard line. 12 seconds left.
Let's get it interesting. Get it interesting. Kind of reminds us of the Legacy Broomfield game that we did earlier. Coming down to the final seconds.
Against Legacy, Broomfield was the team on the frantic comeback. Tonight, Broomfield trying to hang on. First ball at the 29-yard line. And again, I'm not sure about if he can get it to the end zone.
I don't know if he can, but with 12 seconds left, it has to be a get to the outside. He rolls out again.
Gadsden gets out of bounds. He gets pulled down by the shirt. Fortunate for Broomfield, there's no horse collar.
And fortunate for Montbello that he wasn't tackled inbounds.
That would have been the ball game.
That would have been the ball game.
Well, there it is, 8 seconds to go. They're going to spot the ball at the 34-yard line. If Gadsden can get it to the end zone, we'll see. But I think that's the play right now, Justin. You got 3 men split to the right, and Broomfield is going to take a timeout. They're first.
Bill, if I'm Broomfield, what I tell my defensive ends is to stay at home, to actually play a little bit outside. So what you would normally do, what Broomfield has done in this game, is that they have crashed down. They have crashed their defensive ends to stop the run, to stop the read option. What I would do is you tell your defensive ends to stay put on the outside so that you're forcing Montbello, you're forcing Gadsden to stay within the pocket. And also, you just put a couple of guys downfield, and you make Montbello have to throw the ball deep in the end zone. Again, as we take a look at our upcoming games, and the game that we have right now is Montbello without the E. Montbello, no E. But next game, we're going to have Roston Valley at Legacy.
That's Montebello.
Montebello. So I get it. So they're changing the name from Montbello to Montebello next year. That's what's happening.
3 receivers right, 1 left. 8 seconds. Gadsden rolling out. Fires downfield toward the end zone. It is incomplete at the goal line. 0.2 seconds left.
Unbelievable.
They'll have one more play. Justin.
Yes.
Gadsden is a lefty. Why are you rolling him out to the right side?
I have no clue, but maybe you do it here on this play.
I know you have no clue, but why is he rolling out to the right side?
You know what? It's hard to explain that one. Why do you want a quarterback to throw across his body in order to go down the field? But you have 0.2 seconds left, so this will be the final play.
Last play of the game. Montbello must get in the end zone or it's over. Gadsden will roll this time to his left. And that is it. The sack has been made.
Who's
Good
that,
heavens.
87?
Noah Dome, the sophomore, and the ball game ends. Our final score, Broomfield 21, Montbello 13. The teams will shake hands. Very good high school football game tonight. Broomfield shut out in the second half. Montbello had their chances, but in the end, Broomfield able to hold on.
Great game by Broomfield just to hold on, especially by Noah Tripp. And as we look at this game, is going to be what happened at the end of the first half, as Tripp had the 85-yard scamper at the end of that quarter to get a score.
Broomfield now 5-2 overall, a 5-game winning streak. They are 3-0 in Mountain Conference play. Montbello drops to 5-3 overall. They've lost 3 straight, and they are 0-3 in the Mountain Conference. Next up for Broomfield at Monarch on October 25th. For Montbello, they have a Thursday night game. They will play at Golden. As you see the team shake hands. Once again, our final score, Broomfield 21 and Montbello 13. And we'll be back with the post-game show. We'll talk to head coach Gary Davies after this. Broomfield wins their 5th in a row, now 3-0 in conference play with a 21-13 win over visiting Montbello. Right now I'm joined by Broomfield head coach Gary Davies. And coach, when you look at this game and the final score, the key play very well could be the last one of the first half when Noah Tripp ran 85 yards for a score. Justin and I were a little confused in the booth because we thought penalty on Broomfield, they mark it off, clock runs out, halftime. But that's not the case apparently in high school football.
I thought he started the clock, and I thought we'd let the time run out, and then he said, no, you guys have to run one play, and so we did.
We bring in Noah Tripp, who had over 200 yards rushing. Nice game tonight, Noah. The big play in the game, and your coach even said so, that the key turning point, if you will, last play of the first half. Everyone thinks the clock may have run out. You get a chance to run one more play. All right, handoff up the middle, go into halftime up with a touchdown advantage. Instead, you go 85 yards. Take us through that play.
On that play, really, I'm surprised with what happened. I mean, so is everyone else. What I really think is that they expected a Hail Mary. They expected a pass. That's what I'm guessing. So they had all their guys back deep, and they didn't have very many men in the box, and we just took advantage of it. And we had great blocking up front, and I was able to just bang it up there and score.
Now, when you're running to the end zone, if you take a look or a peek behind you, you're probably going to get caught. Do you have a sense of how close a guy is when you're running straight ahead to the goal line?
Every once in a while I can hear their footsteps. And the guy behind me was having loud footsteps, so I knew he was closing. He was closing, so it was close. But
Coach said that you're one of the most improved players on the team, and he says mostly confidence. You're now a confident running back where maybe you weren't in the past. Would you agree to that?
Yeah. I didn't get very much varsity time last year. So coming out this year and the year before, I was tentative. I tiptoed through the hole, and I just had issues. But as soon as I got experience, I was able to get it together, and it all clicked.
Team has won 5 in a row after a tough start, losing to 2 really good teams. Now you've won 5 in a row. How much better can Broomfield get?
We can always get better. We can always improve, and that's what we're doing. Every day at practice, like I said before, we're banging it up every day, and we're just getting better every day. It's how we do.
Noah, you're a senior. What are your future plans, both school and athletically?
I really can't say right now. It's all up in the air.
You looking to play football, though, at a higher level?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing definitive.
Yeah, but nothing definitive other than that.
Would you like to sing a song?
No.
Okay. Hey, great game tonight. Good job. Good luck against Monarch.
Thank you.
That's Noah Tripp. Great game tonight, over 200 yards.
You never ask if you want me to sing a song.
Well, he wasn't very chatty at the end. I thought maybe he was interested in singing a song, but he had a great game.
He did.
Broomfield's defense, I think, they were on the field a lot tonight, but it was bend, don't break. They made the big plays when they needed to.
And did a great job, especially with the running game with Noah Tripp. And they just did an awesome job because they knew that Montbello was pretty much one-dimensional in many different ways. They did throw the ball a couple of times, but it was only screens to the outside. It wasn't anything downfield. It was only to widen the defense. So again, Broomfield could play the bend but don't break defense, and it worked very well for them tonight.
And Montbello coming in, they have a quarterback who hasn't started since 9th grade. The regular quarterback, A.J. Thompson, out with an injury. And they have the diminutive 5'4", 130-pound Jonte Gadsden. I was thinking, this could be trouble. That kid played a whale of a game.
Played very well, threw over 125 yards through the air today. And for a guy who hasn't played since his freshman year at the quarterback position, that's a pretty darn good job, especially on the road against a team like Broomfield, ranked 9th in 4A. So he did a very good job. But again, for Montbello, it's been an October of horrors. They've lost 3 straight games to 3 ranked opponents. They have to take care of their business in the last 2 games to assure themselves of a spot in the postseason.
Now, I didn't see any 81s on Montbello's team. Did they retire your jersey, Justin?
Well, it's only hanging in the rafters. So, I would guess that it's retired.
Anyway, it was a good high school football game tonight, and we saw 2 teams go at it. Montbello ended up on the short end of the stick, but this is a game that Broomfield needed. But overall, a great game.
I'm excited for both teams to see what they will do in the playoffs and in the postseason. Again, Broomfield has a very tough game next week when they play against Monarch, again, that they lost here last year in a very, very huge fashion. So, again, Broomfield really needs that game. They really want that one, so it'd be interesting to see what they would do. On the flip side for Montbello, as I said earlier, they need to win their last 2 games to assure themselves of a spot in the playoffs. Remember, their best defensive guy was out. A.J. Thompson, their best offensive player, was out for this game. So if they could get into the postseason, get both of those guys back, they only lost by 8. They could be a very, very dangerous team in postseason play.
Our cameraman, Mark Olson's been on the field all night. I think he wants us to wrap up. He's a little chilly. All right.
For a little bit longer.
Anyway, great job by our crew tonight, led by Victor Seif. So for the entire staff here at Channel 8, for Justin Adams, our stat man Connor Shreve, I'm Bill Rogan. Again, the final score, Broomfield 21, Montbello 13. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week at Legacy.